And welcome back to Atlanta. Thank you very much, Brent Musburger. We have one of the heroes of the Cardinal victory down in the field, and that, of course, is Neil Lomax, the young Cardinal quarterback. Had a little money down there, but I guess it all paid off, Neil.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of old Portland State days, this rain, but it was sloppy out there. Ball was a little wet, but it was good to get this win.
I have one question I want to ask you particularly. When you're down at the goal line, he goes for the field goal. You get the penalty. Now, you're 3 feet away at that point. The penalty gives you a foot and a half. What made Hannafin change his mind, or did you change his mind?
Well, actually, I changed his mind. I saw the defense give us a little hole up front in front of Dan Deerdorf, our center. I told Dan, you just give me a hole, and he's a big guy. He gave me a good hole there, and I just dove over for the score. I knew I could do it, and we needed 6 better than those 3 points, that's for sure.
Well, we're showing it right now, and that turned out to be really the decisive point of the football game.
It really was, and we knew Steve Barkowski is very good at quarterback. He could move those Falcons in less than a minute. We needed to score 6 points instead of 3 to make sure to solidify our victory today.
Neil, coming to the ball game, did you think that you had a better opportunity to win this game running the ball as you did, or just throwing the ball? Did those first 2 touchdowns dictate the type of game plan that you were going to do?
Well, we came in, LC, looking to run. OJ was feeling good, and Wayne was blocking well, and the offensive line did a heck of a job getting the holes up front, and our game plan was to run, and this weather kind of dictated that, keeping the ball on the ground, but 3rd and long, we're going to throw, too, and that puts me into play.
You know, you guys held the ball for, I think, 13 minutes in the 3rd quarter alone. And then, of course, that long drive went over into a good portion of the last period as well. Did a great ball control job.
Yeah, that's the thing against the Falcons. They're so explosive with the receivers they got. We knew as an offensive group we had to control the ball and, again, use O.J. and Wayne Morris up front. And they did a heck of a job today, and you just can't complain. It's raining out here, and we felt we had to win this to get our playoff chances alive at least.
You got a very young ball club, Neil, and obviously it's growing up very fast.
Yeah, I know I'm growing every game. You know, I'm making a lot of lousy mistakes out there. This is only my 2nd year, and the coaches have patience with me, and I got to be patient with my play. I can't come out here and just be a superstar overnight. I got to take my time and let the other 10 guys work their thing too.
Well, great performance. You threw the ball sparingly, but you got it when they needed it. 10 out of 15 for Neil Lomax and 109 yards. And, of course, a touchdown run as well. Congratulations,
Hey, thank you, Frank.
Absolutely a great effort in leading the Cardinals to a 23-20 victory here in the rain at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. We'll be back with more of our post-game show in O.J. Anderson in just a moment. Frank Glieber along with me, Joe Greene, back at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, and the next gentleman in the limelight, O.J. Anderson, with his first 100-yard rushing day of the year. O.J. carried for 122 yards today and 20 carries, had a 20-yard touchdown run, and nice going, Juice.
Thank you very much. You know, this kind of stuff happen every week. If I can get some blocking from the line, we knew we had to win this game and to stay in the race, and the guys kind of got up for it and went out and did the job.
Do you feel the fans are getting on your case in St. Louis a little bit last week?
Sure, you know, they're going to constantly get on my case because they feel whenever I don't get 100 yards, we lose. So until I prove that it doesn't matter whether I get 100 or not, we can win without that, maybe they'll leave me alone.
Joe, what'd you like to tackle this guy?
I can't catch him. O.J., you spoke of getting some outstanding blocking from your offensive line, but I noticed that you were getting some tremendous blocking from Wayne Morris. And I saw that you were trying to turn the tail on him when he was running the football. Well,
you know, to be a good running back, my coach definitely said you must be a good blocking back. And to block for Wayne is good. You know, it gives me an opportunity to show the people that I'm not just a running back, but I can also block.
We're going to show the folks that 20-yard touchdown run here. Would you mind commenting on us for us, Juice? What happened there?
Well, it was a draw, and everybody blocked their man. The wide receivers ran off the defensive backs, and I just had clear sand up the middle.
Now, you've got 2 rookie offensive tackles in front of you. Now, Jim Hannafin tells me that they're both going to be great football players, but they're doing a little learning, and I guess you got to be a little patient, don't you?
Exactly. I remember when I was a rookie, I was the same way. The guys were veteran ball players, and they hung in there with me, and I'm doing the same with the guys that we have now.
Your guys are 2-2. Now, that's, the new setup. That's not in bad shape, is it?
Well, you know, it's a team with the win-loss record. That's what's going to take it. If we can win the rest of our games, I'm quite sure we'll be in the playoff, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Well, how far do you think this game went today in developing of a young ball club? I see that your average age on that team is 24 years. You are a young ball club.
Well, Joe, it goes back when you guys were winners. You know, you started off the same way, about 4 or 5 years before you guys really develop and play together, and you won the Super Bowl those numbers of years. And it's the same way. Same way with us. It's just a matter of a time for everybody to get it down, understand each other, and just go and execute, and we can win.
So it's not unlike comparing this football team of the Cardinals with the Steelers when they first started building toward a winner, you think?
Exactly. That's exactly where we are now. We got a guy like Curtis Greer, who's just like a Joe Greene. We got Grooms on the other side, who like L.C. Green. We got everybody in the same position.
Okay, O.J., thanks. Great performance this afternoon, 122 yards rushing. And he mentioned a young man by the name of Curtis Greer, who is a great pass-rushing defensive lineman for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's standing by, and we'll talk to Curtis when our post-game show from Atlanta continues in just a moment. The most patient man in Atlanta right now has to be standing down there on the sideline because it has really started raining hard right now. And Curtis Greer, the fine defensive end of the Cardinals, is with us. One thing I want to ask you about, Curtis, they made a big deal last year that Mike Ken got his first holding penalty in 21 games when he played against you, and I noticed that they nailed him twice in two plays, huh?
Yeah, they did. Mike, he's a super offensive tackle, but anytime I'm able to get 2 holding penalties against him, even though I wasn't able to bring down the quarterback, they worked just as effective.
You guys pretty close at Michigan, were you?
Yeah, we were. We played on several Rose Bowl teams together, and it's a super opportunity to play against a fine offensive tackle like Mike Ken.
Well, since this guy's a defensive lineman, Joe, I'm going to let you talk to him.
As a defensive lineman, I know on some days when the weather is bad like that, it makes it very difficult to get to the quarterback because of the footing. Was there a problem today, seeing that you did not get any sacks today?
Oh, definitely. Like I mentioned before, anytime you're able to get to 2 holding penalties, they act just as effective as sacking a quarterback. But weather like this, it is an asset to the offensive lineman, and we really just tried to get in Barkowski's face and make him throw away a few balls, and I think overall we were successful at it.
You guys normally do a lot of stunning, I know, under your new assistant head coach, Floyd Peterson. Is the weather also a factor in slowing down that stunning type defense?
Oh, it is, because as I mentioned before, it is an asset to the offensive lineman. But to speak a little bit more on Floyd Peters, I think he is the defense what Bill Walsh is the offense. He's really a genius, and he's brought us a long way as a defensive unit.
You like the 4-man front much better than the 3-man rush?
Oh, I do, because it gives me an opportunity to use my athletic ability a little bit more. And with Coach Peters, the sky's the limit for me.
I don't know. Joe always tells me he'd love to get a chance to play that 3-man front, play the nose tackle, Joe, right?
No, I like the type of defense that they're playing. As he was saying, it does give them an opportunity to free themselves up and give them more variety of the things that they can do.
Right.
Today, I noticed that you shut down the running game pretty good with the exception of one play, and it appeared that you were rushing the quarterback, which opened up for Riggs to go up the middle. Could you explain that a little bit for me?
Well, late in the game, we really felt that they had to throw the ball to get back in the game, and we did have a stunt. They picked it up properly, and he was able to break it up the middle. We was in a cover 6. Both safeties were flying to the corner, so really it gave an opportunity for him to pick up valuable yardage for him.
Talk a little more, if you would, Curtis, about what changes that Floyd Peters has made in this defensive football team.
Well, basically, we were a 3-man line, but when he came here, every place he's been, he's accomplished 60 to 70 sacks with Detroit Lions and San Francisco 49ers. So really, it just gives me an opportunity to use my ability a little bit more to go one-on-one with offensive tackle, and we have stunts to counter anytime they're trying to pick me up, double team. So it really gives everyone an opportunity to get into the act and sack the quarterback.
How much does that equipment weigh right now?
Well, with this rain, it's weighing me down.
I know, it's pouring down rain. And one thing you got to remember, Curtis, is you have to be a quarterback, because we get the quarterbacks on first on the post-game show, and the poor defensive guys always have to wait last. But congratulations on a great effort, great victory, and I know you want to get into the warm locker room, so take that headset off and start sprinting.
Oh, I thank you.
Congratulations, number 75.